I usually do is I will pick out some audience to be my target. For example, I will pick like Nina because she's a cute girl, and yeah, she like while I'm talking, if I look at her, I will feel I'm encouraged. Or I will pick like Peter because I know he will be very concentrated on my speech, and like I will take. James, sorry, I will take James. So you see, the audience was fully controlled by me, and I built connection with each part of the audience, so the audience will remain focused. Now, movement. If I ask you to concentrate on this table, how long can you stay concentrated? Probably not very long, right? Because people like to see mobile things. They like to see a speaker moving around. However, we should always move around with purposes. If I just fool around like this, is it kind of irritated? So, we should always move with purposes. The best time to move is when you are going to change subject. For instance, let me talk about this. So I move and I talk. Let me talk about that. And then I move and I talk. So I'm moving with purposes. And now, facial expressions. There's a saying that facial expressions speak louder than your words. The audience can tell whether the speaker is passionate about the story from his face. I was totally emotionless during my speech, so I was sending a message that my speech is very boring. So if you want to show that your story is very interesting, you should smile. And your facial expression should be coherent with your speech. If you are telling a joke, then you should be smiling. And if you are telling about a sad story, then you should show your sadness. If you give wrong message, you give the audience contradict message, and that's really confusing. For example, like I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Nobody's going to believe that. So you should be always coherent with your speech. And finally, posture. I was a little bit humpbacked during the whole speech, and it looked like I was a little boy who was punished by his mom. So the good posture not only gives you confidence, but also gives the audience a good impression of you. So what does good posture look like? Well, it's very simple. Just stand straight and relax your shoulders and keep your body open, and you will see it. Okay? So now I'm going to give you another demonstration, and this time it's a good example of body language. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Once upon a time, there's a king and queen who live in the castle with a beautiful daughter. One night, a dragon captured the beautiful princess and locked her in his cold, dark tower. The king and queen were very sad. They sent a message to their neighbor country and asked the brave prince to rescue the princess. Before the prince showed up, an ugly ogre passed by the dragon's tower, and here the princess cried for help. And the ogre bit the dragon, and rescued the princess. He says, "Ooh, come with me, princess. I'm taking you home." "Thank you for saving me." Then the ogre took her over the mountains, rivers, and finally to his cave. And the ogre turned around and said, "My precious." happily ever after. And the prince, he never showed up. Now, did you see the difference? The same story and the same speaker, but the effect is much better. And that is the power of body language. So, how can we improve our body language? My suggestions are think, rehearse, and forget it. Before you deliver your speech, you should think about, oh, what's the best kind of body language that I can apply in my speech? Then, you keep rehearsing them until they become second nature. And when you step on the stage, you should forget about them and focus on your audience. And you will find your body works magically. And your speech will be more interesting and persuasive. To sum up, body language is crucial to human communication. It includes posture, gesture, movement, facial expressions, and nobody is going to answer that? Posture, that's right. So, good body language can make our speech more persuasive and appealing. And in order to improve our body language, we should think, rehearse, and forget it. Last but not least, fellows, knowledge is power, but only if you use it. I hope you can use what you learned today in your speech, and I believe you will make great progress in the future. And I hope you enjoyed today's workshop. Toastmaster of the evening.